everyone, it's Sarah, and today I am back with a kind of subscriber requested video. So I had somebody ask me to make a video about dupe fragrances that are better than the originals. I do have dupe fragrances that are better than the originals, but they're mostly from Dua and Be Layered. And I think I have maybe one from Dossier that I think is better than the original. I'm gonna have to do that kind of in a separate video. So instead I decided to talk about affordable dupe fragrances. I have done a video like this before, but this will be an updated one because I do have some new ones in my collection since I last did a video like this. So I do have a ton here and I'm gonna jump right in. I'm gonna start with some of the oils that I picked up from Sand and Fog. I think it was like late winter, or it was around Christmas time, because actually I think I started like getting into Sand and Fog oils when I went to see my friend Jacqueline in Georgia back in November of last year. I think that was the first time I had ever picked up a Sand and Fog oil. I think I picked up like a gift set when we went to like a Marshall's or something. And I discovered how good Sand and Fog oils are, and they've got some amazing dupes. In fact, all of their fragrances, or probably like 99% of them, they're all dupe fragrances. I've got probably like 10 of their oils at this point, but these are the 3 that I'm going to talk about are like incredible dupes, and they're really good quality. They perform super well. The first one I'm going to talk about is this one here called Pistachio Dream. This is a dupe of the Kayali Yum Pistachio fragrance. And this is incredible. This is even way better than my Lattafa Affection spray perfume, which is also a dupe of Yum Pistachio. This is way better than even that perfume. This is so much stronger. It's really fragrant. It's a little bit more complex smelling. It's amazing. It layers well. It wears beautifully on its own. It is so yummy, so long lasting, just like a really strong, high quality fragrance. And these oils are so cheap. You can get, you can usually find these in like a 3-pack of oils, and they come in different like packaging depending on what gift set you get. But I got this in some kind of a Christmas gift set, and it was like $14.99, $12.99 or $14.99 for 3 of them. So these are super affordable, really good dupes. I do have a video that I did. It's been probably like, I don't know, maybe 5 or 6 months ago now, where maybe like 4 or 5 months ago, where I went through and just listed out all of the Sand and Fog oils or fragrances and what they are dupes for. So you can find that on my channel. Just put in Sand and Fog and it should pull it up for you. So if you're looking like for a particular dupe oil, you can use that as a reference. They're coming out with new ones like all of the time though, so, and it's been a while, but their oils are really good. Okay, the next one I have, this one is called Jasmine and Cedarwood. This is not my cup of tea, and this is a dupe for Baccarat Rouge 540. You can find a dupe for Baccarat Rouge 540 literally like anywhere at this point, but this is a really good one. This is a very good dupe, super affordable. So if for some reason you're looking for an affordable dupe of 540, this is a really good one. Again, super long lasting. I like this one because it's really sweet and fragrant and smells like 540, but it doesn't have that kind of medicinal aspect that the actual 540 has. So if you're somebody that likes that scent profile, but you don't like that medicinal aspect of 540, which I think might be the saffron that comes through on some people. I don't get a medicinal aspect on my skin from the actual perfume. But some people do, and I do think it's a saffron. So if you don't like that and you're looking for like a better dupe, this is a really good one. That one again is called Jasmine and Cedarwood. And then the last one I have, this one is called Violet and Sandalwood. This isn't the last one I have, but this is the last one I'm going to put in this video. This one is beautiful. This is a dupe of Byredo Mojave Ghost. This is kind of like a dusty, sweet, kind of grassy smelling fragrance. I really like it. I really like Mojave Ghost. I think my favorite Byredo fragrance though is Bal d'Afrique, and they do have a dupe of that one as well in an oil form. You can also find these in a spray perfume form as well, and they're usually like $12.99, $14.99 for a bottle at like TJ Maxx or Marshalls. Okay, moving right along. I've got this little guy. This is a fragrance from Tommy Bahama. I never hear anybody talk about this. This is a dupe of Viva Lajicy, but it's closer to like the X-Straight version. They used to have a Viva Lajicy X-Straight, I think is what it was called. And it came in this really cool bottle. It had this like lattice design. I barely remember that. I don't even know where I'm like pulling this from in my brain, but it had this really cool lattice design on it. And this is closer to that than the actual just Viva Lajicy. I do have a little travel spray of Viva Lajicy in my collection, and I have sprayed these on side by side. And this one is richer smelling. It smells just like Viva Lajicy, but this, I don't know if this has got like more caramel in it or what, but this is like a little bit stronger, deeper, like richer smelling, but still very similar. You can pick this up on FragranceNet for really inexpensive. This is just a little 1/2 ounce bottle, which you really don't, I mean, I don't feel like I need more than a 1/2 ounce bottle, because this is one of those that you only need a couple of sprays of this. If you go really hard with this, it's gonna like make you sick, because it's just one of those very heavy, sweet fragrances. I think this little bottle is like $5 or $7 or something on FragranceNet. So it's a great little dupe fragrance that I never hear anybody talk about, and it's super, super affordable. So anyways, that is just the original Tommy Bahama for Her fragrance. Okay, this next one, I'm not gonna spend a ton of time on this because I talk about it all of the time, but this is a fragrance from Women's Secret, and this is called Oh My Secret, and this is a dupe of YSL Manifesto, which has been discontinued. So if you're looking for a good dupe of YSL Manifesto, this is, it's a really good dupe as far as how it smells. It does not perform nearly as well as Manifesto, like the original Manifesto. So you're definitely gonna have to probably reapply this throughout the day, at least once. I can usually get a good 4, 5, 6 hours out of this. But you're most likely gonna have to reapply this. It's like a $12 perfume though, so it's not a big deal to have to reapply it. It's a really, really good affordable option if you want Manifesto, but you don't wanna have to track down a bottle of it, and you don't wanna have to pay the inflated prices for it that it's going for now because it has been discontinued. This is a really, really good option. So anyways, that is Women's Secret, Oh My Secret. It's a good one. And then sticking to like YSL Manifesto dupes, this is another one. This is an Armaf fragrance, and this is Armaf Enchanted Katarina Light Blue. This is another one that I do think is available on FragranceNet. You can probably find it on the gray market like eBay, Mercari, probably more eBay. This is a beautiful fragrance. It's very similar to Manifesto, but this has like a really kind of sweet, like a sweet, roasty, syrupy base. It's got something, I feel like the tonka and the vanilla are super, super amped up in this as compared to the original. Kind of like the Viva Lajicy, where it smells like Viva Lajicy, but it's just like a deeper, richer, sweeter version of it. That's what this is. This is like a deeper, richer, sweeter version of Manifesto. I have not worn this in a long time, so I need to rewear this, and I'll let you know how this one performs. When I very first got this, it was terrible. It was one of those fragrances that like it wore off almost as soon as I sprayed it on. So I put this in a declutter box for years, where it sat for a good 2 years, and in those 2 years, it like aged. The liquid was like a light champagne color when I first got it. So you can see just how much it's aged since I've had it. It took a couple of years to get to this color, but it is perfection now. It smells incredible now. It always did, but it was always just kind of late and wispy when I very first got it, but it's deepened up and aged so beautifully. And yeah, I love this one. I need to pull this one out. I'll leave this one out and I'll wait. Like today probably would have been a good day to test it because it's only gonna get up to like 86 today, which is fantastic. I'll wait for another day like today and I'll give this one a test and I'll update you guys on what I wore last week video and let you know. Anyways, that is Armaf Enchanted Katarina Light Blue. This is such an underrated little affordable gem. Like, I can't recommend that one enough. You do just have to kind of like, I don't know, give it some time to age though. Okay, this next one, this is one, my friend, I had a bottle of this. I gave it to my mom and my friend Jacqueline sent me this one. This is a fragrance from LRE and this is called Have Fun. And this is a dupe of Escada Moon Sparkle, which is also long discontinued. Thankfully, I do have a bottle of the real Moon Sparkle in my collection, thanks to a beautiful, generous subscriber. But before I had Moon Sparkle, this is what I had, and I love this. It definitely fills the void of if you love Moon Sparkle and want it, but cannot find a bottle of it, this will definitely fill the void. Now, LRE fragrances are known to be pretty terrible performing fragrances. They don't hang around, like you're not gonna get a ton of time out of them, but they are incredibly affordable. Depending on what website you get them on, you can find them from anywhere from like less than $4 up to like $15. They're very, very affordable. This is one of the better performing LRE fragrances that I've had though. This one, you can definitely get a good few hours out of this before you would need to reapply it. It's really not that bad for such an affordable fragrance. It's a little bit lighter and maybe this one is almost a little bit more clean. Yeah, this one's a little bit more clean smelling, a little bit less sweet. It definitely doesn't have like those really sweet berries and fruits that the real Moon Sparkle has. The real Moon Sparkle is like super sweet. If you guys know these like summery Escada fragrances, you know they are like saccharine sweet. This one you actually might enjoy more if you don't want something so saccharine sweet, because this one's a little bit lighter, a little bit cleaner. You definitely still get the same kind of Moon Sparkle experience, but it's not so saccharine sweet. So anyways, yeah, this is a good option if you can't find Moon Sparkle and you want it. I really like this one. It's a fun fragrance. So anyways, that one is called LRE Have Fun. Okay, next I've got a couple of Sugar Me Sweet fragrances, and both of these are amazing. I have had such good luck with this indie house. I will definitely continue to order from this brand because they are so good. The first one here this one is called Cirque du Sucre, and this is a dupe of the Cirque du Soleil fragrance. I've never smelled the original Cirque du Soleil, so I can't tell you if this is a super good dupe of it or not. I can tell you I love this fragrance. It's really beautiful, yummy. This is like a cotton candy. It's like a creamy vanilla cotton candy kind of fragrance. It's super yummy. This one's gonna do better in the fall. I will not probably wear this one in the heat because this is it's not like a super heavy gourmand, but it's a heavier gourmand. I love this. I think it's beautiful. Again, I really need to find a decant of Cirque du Soleil so that I can test it next to this and I can tell you guys if this is a really good dupe. But this is super affordable, so I definitely think it's worth taking a chance. I do think that even if it's not like a super good dupe, it's a really nice fragrance. But I'm gonna, as soon as I get off of here, I'm gonna look for a decant of this because I really need to test this against the original so I can tell you guys if it's actually a good dupe or not. But anyways, that one is called Cirque du Sucre, and if you're just looking for like a dupe of that fragrance and an affordable dupe of that fragrance, this is a really nice fragrance. And then the next one, I do have a sample of the actual fragrance of this, and I love this. This is a really good dupe, which is why I think that this is probably a good dupe too, because this is a really good dupe. Yeah, I feel like I got their dupe of Acro Bake too, and it's a really good dupe. So I just feel like they probably do very good dupes. This one I know is a very good dupe. This is a fragrance called Wondrous, and this is a dupe of the House of Sillage Wonder Woman 1984 fragrance. I love this. This is an incredible dupe of 1984. This reminds me a little bit of Queer Beluga, but if you took away, Queer Beluga has like I think either a suede or a leather note in it or something. I don't think that this one has a suede, any kind of a like leathery note in it. But it's definitely similar to Guerlain Queer Beluga. It's that kind of a vanilla. It's a really sophisticated vanilla. It's not like it's definitely not like a gourmand vanilla. It has a gourmand aspect to it, but this is more of like a perfumey kind of sophisticated vanilla. I love this. If you like House of Sillage Wonder Woman 1984, I think you would really like this dupe. It's a very, very good dupe. Very, very affordable. This Etsy shop always has like bulk discounts going on. So if you order like 3 of these travel sprays, you get like a discount. If you order 5 or more, you get an even bigger discount. It goes up to, I think, like a 20% discount. So these end up being like, I feel like around $8 or $9, which is an amazing deal because these are 10 mil. So, and then the full bottles are really affordable. It's just, they're very, very affordable, and it's just a great little indie house with really, really good dupes. So anyways, that is Wondrous, which is a dupe of House of Sillage Wonder Woman 1984. This is probably, in my opinion, the best dupe on this list and the most affordable. Well, maybe not the most affordable because I do have another one that, wow, is super affordable. Okay, another one that I have is this one here. This is Zara Waterlily Tea Dress. I'm pretty sure that this is supposed to be a dupe of Jo Malone, Jasmine, and Mint. This is one of my most complimented fragrances. I layered this over the lotion. It is an absolute monster. Layered over the lotion. Ooh, I think that if I remember correctly, even before I got the lotion and I wore this on its own, I think that this one performed really well. The only other one, I had all of these fragrances at one point, and I've decluttered all of them except for Waterlily Tea Dress and Bohemian Bluebells. Unfortunately, Bohemian Bluebells performs like trash on me. This one, though, does not. This one actually performs really, really well. So yeah, if you like Jo Malone, Jasmine, and Mint, and you do not want to pay the Jo Malone prices, this is a really, really good, affordable option, and this perfume smells amazing. I've had a couple of people pick it up recently since I talked about it. I talked about it in a video, maybe like one of my spring videos. And I've had a couple people pick it up since then and comment saying that they love this and that they get tons of compliments on it too. So anyways, that is Zara Waterlily Tea Dress, and it's a beauty. Okay, next. This is one that I did not even realize, and I have tested them side by side, and I can confirm that it's definitely a dupe. This is Britney Spears Curious, and this is a really, really good dupe for Ralph Lauren Blue. I didn't even put 2 and 2 together, but this is actually a very good dupe of it. Is this the same quality as the Ralph Lauren? No. Could this possibly go hairspray on some people? Probably. Thankfully, it doesn't on me. Thankfully, this works really well on me, and this actually dries down sweeter on my skin, which makes it even closer to the blue. If this does go hairspray on you, though, you might not like this one. It might not smell like Ralph Lauren Blue on you, but even in the bottle, they smell like very, very similar. Almost identical. The only difference between them is the quality. And you can definitely smell the quality. I'm pretty sure, actually, I do think Ralph Lauren Blue is still available. It's just expensive. It's like over $100 for a bottle. I think you can get it on Ulta though. And sadly, this one has been discontinued, but I do think that you can probably still find this on the gray market. It probably hasn't gotten super, super expensive yet. I don't know. I haven't looked for a bottle yet, but if you can, this is probably still more affordable than Ralph Lauren Blue. And it's like really, really similar to it. It's a really beautiful, sweet, clean floral. It's a really good dupe. Hopefully this is still affordable. I almost didn't include this one because I know it's been discontinued and I don't know how affordable it is anymore. And I feel like last time I talked about this, I was able to find a link for it, which is why I included it. So if I can still find a link for it, I will definitely link it for you. But yeah, that is Britney Spears Curious. Okay, this next one, this is probably the most affordable dupe on this list. And this perfume surprised me so much. This is a fragrance that you can get on the Shop Miss A website, which is basically like a dollar store website. This is from their own like house brand called A2O Labs or AOA Labs. And this is a fragrance called White Summer Petals. This is a dupe for Dior Miss Dior. This is so good, you guys. I think this was $2, if I remember correctly. I ordered a whole bunch of these. I got like, I don't know, 6 or 8 different scents at the same time. This has been my favorite by far. I wore this when it was warm, but it wasn't like scorching hot yet. It was probably like in the 70s, like high 70s, low 80s, the day that I actually tested this and wore it. And I was able to smell this on myself all day. Now, after about probably 2 to 3 hours, it did kind of start wearing closer to the skin, but I could smell this on myself for, at least like 6 to 8 hours. For a $2 perfume, which I think is how much this one was, $2 or $3, but I don't think it was even $3. I think it was $2. To be able to get 6 or 8 hours out of it is just amazing. And I don't know, you could probably find it on the gray market, but even the new formulation of Miss Dior on FragranceNet is probably like $80. So to be able to get like, and I think the full size of this, which is 30 or 50 mil, is like $5. So it's an amazing dupe. Super, super affordable, like definitely the most affordable dupe on this list by far. Such an easy reach. It's just such a nice fragrance. I love Miss Dior. I'm pretty sure I've loved every single formulation of Miss Dior. Is it anything like groundbreaking or fantastic? Absolutely not. But it's a really beautiful, just super easy to reach for floral. It's Miss Dior. It's so nice. And for $2 or whatever, or $5 if you get the full bottle, it's an amazing, affordable dupe. So anyways, that one is called White Summer Petals from A2O Lab or the Shop Miss A website. Okay, this is the only Dossier fragrance that I'm gonna include in this because this is one of the designer fragrances, which I think their designer dupes are like $29, which I think is a good deal for this one. This is Fruity Brown Sugar, which is a dupe of YSL Mon Paris. I'm obsessed with this fragrance. This is like raspberry and brown sugar and patchouli. And it's got some flowers in it. Yeah, jasmine and orange blossom. It's got pear in it. It's delicious. I love this fragrance. This is my most worn Dossier fragrance. I'm obsessed with this. I think it smells incredible. I think it's a really, really good dupe. And for $29, it's super affordable. It's definitely worth picking up if you like Mon Paris, which I do want to pick up a bottle of the actual Mon Paris. I don't know why I don't have one. I love this fragrance. I think it is so beautiful. I love that it's like, it's kind of gourmand, but there are too many flowers and too much patchouli in it to really make it like a gourmand. But it's also too sweet to really be considered like, and not quite enough patchouli in it for it to be considered like a fruit chouli. So I don't know, I love it. I just think that it's like the perfect mix of, I don't know, being like, it's almost like a gourmand fruit chouli. It's so good, I love this fragrance. So anyways, that is Fruity Brown Sugar from Dossier, and this is such a good deal for $29 because it performs super, super well too. And you're probably not gonna find a bottle of Mon Paris for $29. Okay, and then last but not least, it's funny because I didn't even realize that this was a dupe fragrance for years and years, even though I've had both fragrances in my collection for probably around the same amount of time. This is another Zara fragrance, and this is called Violet Blossom. This is definitely by far my favorite Zara fragrance from like their really inexpensive line. Well, they don't even come in these bottles anymore, I don't think. And I don't know if this has been reformulated. I don't know what the one in the new bottle smells like, but this is a really, really good alternative for Elisab Girl of Now. These used to be $9.90. I think they're like $12.90 now. I think they've raised the prices of these. But this is really, really similar to Elisab Girl of Now. I did a video a super long time ago comparing this to Elisab Girl of Now after somebody brought it to my attention that this is a dupe for it. And I was like, when I first read that comment, I was like, no, that's not a dupe for that. And then I got them out and smelled them side by side, and I was like, holy cow, they really do smell so similar. This is like Cherry Blossom, Magnolia, and Tonka, I think, which is not any of the notes that are in Girl of Now. Girl of Now is like pear and pistachio and orange blossom and almond milk, and so they don't even have any of the same notes in them, but they are very, very similar. This one does not perform nearly as well as Girl of Now. Girl of Now is an absolute beast on me, especially in the heat. This one, last time I wore this, which it's been years at this point since I've worn this, I do need to give this a test. And since I like Girl of Now more in the heat, maybe I'll like this more in the heat. So I'll leave this one out and I'll test this one in the heat, and I'll let you know how it performs in the warm weather. I used to wear this as a bedtime scent though, because it just never performed well on me. I would get, I don't know, a couple hours out of it, maybe a few if I were lucky. I couldn't really tell you how this one performs. I'll leave it out though, and I'll test it in the heat, and I'll update you on what I wore last week video. But if you get like this 30 ml bottle, it shouldn't be more than $12.90. I'll link it for you. And I still think that that's a great price. It's a super affordable dupe of Elisab Girl of Now if you don't want to buy the actual Elisab Girl of Now. So anyways, that is Zara Violet Blossom, such a good one. And that is going to be it, you guys. Those are a whole bunch of affordable dupe fragrances that I have in my collection. I will do another video talking about dupe fragrances that I think are better than the originals, but they're mostly going to be like Dua, Be Layered. I might have a Dossier, because I do think that I like the Dossier Beach Walk fragrance more than the original Beach Walk fragrance. So yeah, I'll do a separate video for those. I do hope that you all enjoyed this and found it helpful. If you did, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.